Okay, I think we can start. Can you all hear me? Just testing again. And can you also see my nice chat? Okay, that's good. Since yesterday, you see the euro started to move again. And here's our 4-hourly 1, 2, 3. Of course, on the higher time frame, we have a little bit of resistance close to 1.3650, and the highest points, of course, the longer term target 1.38. That's where you should focus with your remaining lot. And I had a question about this and the 5-minute entry. So who is new with a combination of 4-hourly and 5-minute entries? Practically, I mean. Mostly we are focusing, of course, on higher time frame setups, 4-hourly daily or 1-hourly setups, but also if we enter trades close to resistance, like these two, for instance, we usually like to combine the higher time frame with the lower time frames, like the 4-hourly 1, 2, 3 with a 5-minute entry, to look for an entry there, manage the first and second lot on the 5-minute chart, and then if possible leaving the last lot open to turn a trade like this with a 4-hourly filter into a bigger swing trade, right? So that's the 4-hourly 1, 2, 3, and another 4-hourly 1, 2, 3. And after that retracement, the price did not come back to the line or to the 36. It stopped at the 12 EMA. This, of course, is another reason to use the 5-minute filter. If the price is not retracing back to the 36 and we have only retracement to the 12, especially when we have already a 1, 2, 3 before the one we want to enter, or if we are late or we have resistance close by, then we want to use the 5-minute for sure as a filter. Correct? Does everybody agree with this? Great. So now let's check the 5-minute chart and look what happened here. Price just exploded. There's no setup yet. What we had, this is very interesting, and this happens as well. We had a retracement to the 36. The price did not touch exactly, but almost. And then not much volatility here, but it is a 1, 2, 3, right? This here. We also had another one before, which was difficult to spot, and you don't even have a retracement actually. You just have red candles moving a little bit, so really difficult to spot something like this after this 4-hourly 1, 2, 3, especially if we don't have volatility. Now this is probably caused by news. It went up quickly. The thing is, at that point in the morning, you had a 1, 2, 3 on the 5-minute chart, and you had a 4-hourly 2 to 3 line break. So this 2 to 3 line break and the next candle moving up by 1 pip, is this an entry or not? Yes, no? Yeah, it is one. Now this is your support line. You have 4 touches. If you have a 4-hourly 1, 2, 3, usually this is very, very powerful. But it happens also that the price decides stop of 8 pips. We say minimum 10 plus spread. So the stop is down here, right? Never use a stop less than 10 pips. It does not make sense, especially when news are being released. Sometimes the spread, let's check. Here it's only 2 pips. Sometimes it can grow, and if the price starts moving and you have the stock too close by and not include the spread, one wick or spike against you and it hits the stop. In this case, the price did not move at all. It came back, it hit your stop. Here we have our sandwich situation, support there, and usually if the price comes out of here, it's great and powerful, but there are days where you could see something like this, especially when we are expecting news a little bit later, right? So keep that in mind. That's a very, very good example of a 4-hourly 5-minute combination, price being over the 200, retracing back to the 36, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches on support. You have everything, but the price decided first to hit the stop, come back, trying to test again previous support, and then just moving up. Okay, and that means you have your stop in place, you manage your position. It didn't work out, this trade. Okay, so psychologically you don't go nuts because of that. You just say, okay, like usually the market is the boss, the chart is the boss. The boss made a joke, even if it's not funny. What do? We still laugh, right? That's what the boss likes. So that's what you do. Yeah, you don't have to laugh actually, but kind of it should be the mindset. Okay, you got stopped out. Okay, you still say thank you, no problem, waiting for the next setup. That's it. Now if you try twice, especially on lower time frames, like the 5-minute chart, and for some reason it doesn't work out the second time as well, let's say we get a setup here later on today and it looks good, you take it and suddenly price comes back again. That means that the price does not want to go your way at that moment in time, so it will probably range a little bit. You just leave it and look for something else. Look at a different pair, compare and look if the market is volatile, or is it only this pair that's not moving. So if that's the case, then you choose another pair. If you see all the pairs are a little bit funny, you leave it for today and check, I don't know, in the evening session or at night according to your trading plan, or the next day. And usually if I have not one but 2 intraday trading trades that go against me, if I switch to a third pair and for some reason even there after a good setup price is not going my way, I close everything, shut everything down, and I leave the whole day. I try to clean my mind a little bit. Okay, you don't want to get sucked into this mentality of, okay, I need to make it back. It just happens sometimes that the market doesn't want to give you pips. Like usually, what do we say? You're not invited to the party, so you don't go. Also, what I want to say now, let me think. It's early here still. Brain is not working correctly. Now, you have to think about a longer term, right? This is a day trading setup. You combine it with a 4-hourly chart because on the higher time frames it didn't look that good, or it was late. And when that happens, it could also be that even the day trading setups don't help you much. And that's when this happens, something like that sometimes. Okay, so another reason to stay out afterwards, and you focus on the trade that will let you stay in for a longer time. Yeah, you want to trade this day, to turn the day trades with your remaining lots into powerful swing trades. And you cannot do that if you focus too much on 1 or 2 little trades that don't go your way. Yeah, you just forget about those and look for the next great one. And we have really a lot of good examples this month from traders that did exactly that, using higher time frames or even lower time frames, and turned little small day trades into very, very powerful swing trades. That is the most important lesson in terms of mindset, I think, that people have to always remember. It's not today only you want to trade. You need to trade next weeks, next months, and the years to come. And the way to make it really easy for your brain is just to always understand what's going on and always react correctly. And the correct reaction is just managing the trade first technically. Mentally, okay, you have done your top-down approach, it didn't work out, you look for the next setup. If for some reason you don't find any big swing trades, 4-hourly, 1-hourly good setups, and you need to trade day trading setups and they don't work out the second time, you look for something else. And if all the pairs or most of the pairs on your watch list are not working and according to your plan nothing really looks good, you just leave it alone. Always think about the next trade that will turn into a very, very powerful long-term position. And that's about it. This way you don't get stuck into this mentality of, you know, oh man, I have to make it back, oh I lost, oh what happened, did I not look correctly, did I not do it right, is the system maybe not working, I don't know. All these thoughts, you have to delete them out of your mind, okay? It's not how traders think. Does that help? Don't worry, I'm recording it, and this time audio should be fine. Yesterday was okay, the session is uploaded, but Tuesday's session did not have audio. Was my mistake actually, I didn't check. So does everybody agree with what I just said? Okay, perfect. Now, let's switch to the next pair. Australian dollar. That's something I also want to discuss with you later on with the Renko bars. Before we do that, let's switch to the daily charts. Okay, this is our win-win situation. Two lots are out here. Price hit the area of support, so more or less 2 times the stop. Yesterday we took out the second part of it, and we might see a retracement. Okay, so if we get a retracement on the Australian dollar, US dollar, it's still not how can I say, it's not confirmed yet, because even the lower time frames having trouble a little bit with a bigger retracement. But right now the price is up here on this red candle. It looks like it wants to try to retrace, at least right now. Now that means that if we get our green candle and a 4-hourly, 1-hourly higher high and higher low, we could take a retracement trade or even hedge up the existing swing shorts here, right? And make profits on the way up, and if the price is reaching resistance, we watch closely. If it's bouncing, we get rid of the shorts, of the longs, sorry, and then still keep the shorts since up here. So there's not much to say here. Otherwise, if it decides later on to drop again, then down here, this is our longer term target, of course. It would be better, in case you're still watching for setups, if you missed the swing shorts we discussed live here, then of course for you it's better if you wait and get this retracement first. For everybody else who's already short, of course it's much better if it just goes down here with no retracements, so you don't have to think about anything. Okay, makes it easier. But of course this could be another opportunity to take shorts, potential setups here if we get the retracement. Use the yen, still going up and up and up. profits of almost 500 pips probably for Jean. Not much to say. We said it yesterday. Look, the price is still moving up. It's a little bit ranging there, but I don't see any weakness actually. So it still looks very, very long. This is the potential daily 1 to 3 we are looking for. Right now we still have support, and the angle is changing a little bit after the previous retracement. We still have higher highs, higher lows. It should be okay to stay in here, right? Edward, yeah, you could use Renko. I'll discuss it afterwards. Okay, I prepared something here. So just stay in. Jean, still in there, right? I'm checking every day just to make sure you stick to the rules. So still long, and what, 470, 480 pips, right? So the 500 pips area is reached soon. If the price could move like a little bit, probably if that's going up again later on today, it will probably break the 500 pip profit area very, very quickly. So keep, everybody who's still long here, you just have to keep the last long positions and still target, of course, the highs here. 103, 104 area. This could be another 160 pips or more. Then we talk. See if we need to hedge it or anything. Right now it looks long. There's nothing to do. Look at these powerful weekly green candles still getting bigger. Would be great if the price could do something like this here again. Okay, like I don't know if you remember last year we had two people on the euro yen making 2.5 and up to 3,000 or 3,500 points just with one remaining position, and one position had a stop of 15 pips because it was an intraday trade, a 1 hourly 5-minute combination with a 15 pip stop or 20, and the price I think the positions are still on the euro yen with over 2.5 and 3,500 points or something. So you can do the math how much that is in terms of percentage, right? And we have these trades that you have running here could turn into something like this as well. Another really good example, of course, is the GBP JPY. It moved up again yesterday, and Edward is here, right? Edward, please tell me that you are still long from down here. That is about 800 or more pips profit right now. Is it correct? $600. Okay, so what was your entry? Was it here? Probably here on the 4-hourly chart, or was it later on up here? I was not sure. I think Mark had entries from down here, and Louis as well, and Edward, I'm not sure. What was your entry down here, or was it the second 4-hourly setup? So the second entry, this one, so 800 points. Yeah, you see when the numbers are growing like this, at 600 or 800 looks like the same, right? I'm just kidding. So yeah, from down here, if that's the 4-hourly setup, should be 820, 830 pips, right? Make sure if you have a little bit time to update your video. It was great. We got really good feedback. People like to see the updates and the way you manage this trade. If you get like 2 minutes later on, don't forget to record something, right? I also asked the other guys to do the same, but you have a little bit experience with this. Okay, well done. So everybody, please congratulations to Edward, to Mark, it was Sven, and the other name, Louis. All these guys have trades, have swing trades from down here. Price is still moving up, reaching 1,000 pips. Now, if you would combine the first and the second lot, you took already out the profits there, right? So taking out the profits from the first and the second lot, compared and combine it with the 820 pips right now, how many pips would that be if you would close everything right now? Don't do it. I'm just saying if you would close it right now. Thousand pips. So we have one trade, 1,000 pips right now. That's probably, we have to check what the others did, the trade of the month, I would say, right? Or can anybody, is anybody here that has a position with more pips running right now? Okay, great. So this GBP JPY long was the king for this month. Okay, well done. Great. Now, what about the management so far? It's still going up. Of course, if you look at all that, we can expect a retracement, right? We could expect a retracement soon. And of course, if you have a position with over 800 pips, probably reaching 1,000 very, very soon, you get nervous. So yes, of course, you could hedge anything up here at some point, if it makes sense, not just because you see the profits. You need the reason to hedge it up, because if you hedge it up just to say, okay, I have 1,000 pips profits, and then it's still going up 500 pips, you would be stuck. One position would be winning, the other would be losing, right? So you still stay with your 1,000 pips, nothing changes. So it needs to make sense. With other words, you need a sign that tells you, okay, now I can hedge the position and make also profits on the retracement. If I check the 1 hourly chart, you'll see this is still going up, right? There's no reason to do anything. And ideally, what you want to see, or what you want to do, is manage everything on the 4 hourly chart. Let the price at some point come back to the 36. The first touch, if it's not, I don't know, major news or something really funny, then it will bounce in this area at least a little bit. Okay, we'll give you a sign, and if it will create just a lower high, then you can start hedging it up as soon as it breaks the 36 and make profits on the bigger retracement that you could expect on the daily chart, right? Look, if the 4 hourly support breaks, might retrace back to the support line 36, your trend line and everything. And if that happens, you might make another 200, 300, 400 pips. And if it then moves up, you just get rid of the short and leave the longs running. This way, you keep the 1,000 pips at least. And if it moves higher in the end, then probably more. If not, if it only retraces a little bit and comes back down, then you can get rid of the whole position or hedge it up again. But it really depends on how it looks at that moment in time. But for now, it's not important. Okay. Great, well done. Now we have also the Euro Australian dollar. As we said yesterday, it reached 1.50 is the highest point. Yeah, so down here at price it is at 49.078 here. So actually, these are the previous highs, and because this looks like a range, as we said yesterday, if the price is not really breaking these highs here, then we might see a bigger retracement. This would be or could be a bounce trade. Now, of course, because the price did not reach the highest points or did not spike there, it's always best when we talk about range trading, that if the price really moves back to the highest points, ideally, and then gives us a spike there, and then comes back with the first red candle on the 4-hourly chart, right? That's ideally what we want to see. If we don't get this, we can aggressively take the short if the red candle appears, okay? But as I said, with a spike, it's much better. And if we don't get the spike, what you can do is wait for the lower high on the 4-hourly chart. And if you then get the first red candle, aggressively short it and actually treat it as a bounce trade, putting the stop over the highs, because here you have it confirmed. Right now you still have higher highs and still higher lows, correct? And that is always tricky and very aggressive. You just do it like this without a big spike, and you see the price failing at resistance. So watch closely. Should have it on your watch list. It may be a good opportunity for a couple of 100 pips here. Now with GBP US dollar, yesterday we said, okay, this could be a false break in case the price comes back down into this range, but it closed over there yesterday, first sign of power still, and now you see it's still moving up, so it's probably getting out of here, out of this range. And then on the 4-hourly chart, yesterday they only hit, I think, the first lot, but the traders that are long here aggressively late or combined with lower time frames, 2 lots out for sure. It moved up 160 pips with a stop of about 70. It should be okay now, right? So nothing to worry about if the price hit the first and second lot. This next step would be we wait for the 1, 2, 3 over resistance, and if the price stays actually there, the support line is also powerful, or maybe have to change the angle. Then of course we can look for new longs or reinstate the existing longs. USD CHF, like the euro is going up, this one went down in the end, bounced on resistance, fake 2 to 3 line break, swing short. Still the weekly chart is pointing down, resistance up here, so it was a good example for 1 to 3, but the higher time frame did not agree. The price is moving lower now. As we said, on the euro it looks a little bit nicer, but of course you also get your 4-hourly setups after this price failing to move higher. I didn't actually, I preferred the euro to watch compared to this one. Did anybody take shorts on the USD CHF after that? Edward did. Gail, okay, so you are short on this 4-hourly 1, 2, 3. Gail pointed it out here, remember? Okay, perfect, well done. Is it a win-win scenario already, or did you enter late, or did you use the 5-minute entries? What did you do exactly? You entered late, okay. So if you entered late, one lot is out. Probably you have a stop of about 50 pips, right? And the price moved down about 50 only. So yeah, you need to see today crashing to create your win-win scenario. But that's okay. Second and third at 50. So what do you mean? You mean this, the second and third lot is 50 pips profit? Yeah, okay. about the CAD? GBP Canadian dollar, I think Gail and Jan, or is it Dimitri, are still long here, right? Is it correct? Gail, how many pips profits today morning? Yesterday was not, it was up, but it moved already overnight. 600 plus pips now. Okay, so everybody please, for Gail, we do the wave. Well done. We have really good, great trades going on here. Well done. So anybody else having positions open here? Your wave sound. Okay, there we go. What about the targets? Let me check. Miguel said monthly is her target. Plan to hedge again if the opportunity presents. Okay. It's the weekly chart. Look, we don't have anything there on the weekly, only monthly. And monthly, it would mean, yeah, as we said yesterday, I guess this is still your target up here. Another 2,000 points would be great, right? Then you have 2,600. Probably hedging it up, staying in as long as possible. Yeah, trades like these are really sexy. There's no other word for it. Great stuff. Yeah, look at this. Everything is just pointing up. Really great. Okay, well done. GBPJPY, we had that already. The euro yen is also moving up. When the market takes it away, I take it back. Exactly, Gail. That's the spirit. Look at this. 140.41 area, major resistance here. You know, you don't have to be shy, right? People send over charts showing their trades. They say, "Hey, I'm very new. Don't show this, please." Why not? Don't worry. I mean, of course, if you don't want to, I don't show anybody. I won't mention your names. No problem. But you shouldn't be ashamed of that. It's really the best thing that you can do when you trade, making a lot of pips, leaving one lot open, and turn a small trade into a powerful trade like this. So don't be shy. I mean, I would like to see everybody's results and trades like these, videos and charts. You can send it over, right? It's not a problem. And what could people actually say against it? If you have a trade running with 500 or 1,000 pips, it's a good thing. You don't have to be ashamed of that. Okay, I'm just saying that because I received emails every day and people just don't want me to share their charts or results. And I'm always like, man, that's a shame because people would like that. Yeah, so on the 4-hourly chart, look at this. Support and support here as well. For the euro yen, when the price breaks support and creates a lower high and lower low here as well after it's touching this 36, of course it's the same scenario. Then you can hedge it up and look for bigger retracement on the daily chart, because the price might move back to here, to your previous highs and this high of this range and wedge and channel, or it might even be below that. So yeah, it makes sense to hedge up when you see the price moving far away on higher time frames, right, from previous support. If it's too close, then it does not make any sense. If you expect a retracement of 50 pips, there's no use to hedge anything up. But if you can expect a really bigger retracement, then you just do that, okay? Again, since yesterday we're expecting retracement here, but even the Dow moves higher, did not retrace in the end. Gold, the daily 1, 2, 3 we are waiting for, nothing yet. USD Canadian dollar, I don't know why I always look at this pair. I mean, if you look at it right now, it's really hitting major resistance, and it does that for a couple of days already. Started since here, spike moving up and up and up, so it might retrace, and this could be, just by looking at it and all these sudden moves we have on the USD Canadian dollar, we might see a bigger retracement of 100 pips, or maybe even price moving down close to the 200. Look at this, it's always doing that here, right? If it really fails here. But for the Canadian dollar, especially for this pair, because it's funny sometimes, you can see it's going back and down and up and down, it's really best to wait for the 4-hourly confirmation. Now, of course, you could just take, if that's closing rate, a bounce trade up here. You don't have a spike there or something, but you can try it. Best for this pair is really a lower low first, and then actually a break, a red candle that would break the 36. This would confirm the shorts, okay? And then you can target the 200 here on the 4-hourly or the targets on the daily. Otherwise, it's really aggressive because it's really still pointing up, okay? This will be the target then down here. But actually, these are the pairs that we are watching and the pairs that we are trading right now. Do you have any other pairs you want me to take a look at? Okay, I just want to mention the Renko bar setups. Yesterday I got like 2 or 3 emails, and you showed me some nice Renko bar trades you did, which is great. I still have this EA running and testing. It looks good, it works fine. Who is a little bit techie here? I think Ashley is good with this. Actually, what happens this EA, that you can, it sends emails, right? If you go to, let me check, what was it? Options. There we go. So if you put in your emails and everything, it should send you emails. So sometimes, the problem I have that sometimes I don't get the emails. That's the only issue I'm still working on. I get the alerts, of course, are working fine. But also, if you're not in front of the PC, an SMS or an email, if you have a smartphone and everything, is helpful, because then you get your you can check afterwards. It doesn't matter where you are. If you get the first alert that will tell you the price retraced back to the 36, you can then go back to your PC and have usually a lot of time before you get the second alert, which is actually the signal. Okay. Okay, Ashley, I will. Can we talk afterwards anyway? Last time I tried to call you, but you didn't reply. Okay, great. I will figure that out. But other than that, it works fine. And we got, as I said yesterday, 3 new signals on M6. And if I compare this with M8, here the price touched the 36 exactly. So if M6 is not looking great, then usually M8 is helping as well, especially if it's ranging. And actually the same entries as M6 In here you got only 1 or 2 compared to M6 where it gave a little bit more, but actually the same results. It didn't change anything. It was just a good combination. And now the price retrace, it didn't give me a signal yet because it didn't touch the 36 for longs. You see what happened here. In the end it moved down. It could also be that if we get the first alert that we never get the entry afterwards, but even if we do, we have to check, of course, the classic charts. In there everything is still pointing down. That means you would probably not take the longs because main trend is short. You still have to focus on the shorts. Only if we get the higher points and higher highs and higher lows on the 4 hourly, 1 hourly, then we can look actually to trade longs also. You could also do it like this and don't combine anything, but just because we know how things work, it's much easier to filter out trades that don't work out like this. Okay, so great filters to use daily, 4 hourly, 1 hourly charts and combine with Renko bars. Then you get a lot of nice emails and alerts for signals, and you do it correctly, you make a lot of pips with this. We tested out. Thomas created this for me, helped me with programming it. I said him what I wanted and he just did it. So a couple of days and we figured that out. So I'm testing this. So since last week, as I mentioned in the live room on the Renko bar, each and every setup you got here, down here before it retraced, okay, because we had the daily filter, all the positions together was over 1,600 points in that in 2-3 days, just with a couple of emails and having the daily one for a daily chart, sorry, as a filter. So it's great stuff, and it's filtering out all the noise as well if you do it correctly. And that's why I'm so kind of, how can I say, happy about this. Now next week we are going to do this, the Renko bar course. I will record everything, of course, and upload it afterwards, but the way we're going to do it is I will send everything over, and then I'll explain how to use the EA, and every evening we meet and we check the previous setups we had during the day, because we cannot sit there and wait all day long for a setup, right? But during the days we get probably a couple of alerts on different pairs, and everybody trade them as they come, and then at night we analyze everything and see what we did wrong and right, and we do that every night. And I'll record everything and try to help you with the setups, the next setups, the upcoming setups for the next day. So that's the best way to do it. We prepare ourselves one day before the pairs and everything, then we trade, or you trade, everybody on its own, and at night we discuss all the trades we have running. Okay, because we will get some lately every day a couple of trades somewhere. Okay, that's the way we do it. Let me check. No, I didn't. What was the M? Use the yen. Look what happened here. Price went down, made a couple of pips only, but against the main trend. So they were only aggressive shorts, nothing else. So only went down like 30 pips. And then the price retraced. And here you didn't get a red candle, but you got a touch on the 36 after the crossover. Price moved up, and since then it's still up. So these little things you usually don't see, and other things like those we have to discuss, and you can only do that after live sessions, yeah, because if you just look back on history, it's never the same. Okay, great. That's okay. If we don't have any other questions, I'll see you then next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.